What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. Today, we're jumping into DC vs. Vampires World War V issue number 2. But before we dive too deep into this, I do want to bring up just a little bit of stuff that's been going on with the channel. Here in the next coming weeks, I'm going to make a full video explaining what's going on and how things are going to work moving forward. But if you've been with me since the beginning, you know that we used to put out upwards of 15 to 25 videos a week. If you look more recently, you've seen that the videos have dwindled down to maybe 5-6 comics a week. And this is because I've been working on a new project. I have been working with a great group of guys over at King Plug Cards. You can find these guys on Whatnot app, you can find them on Instagram, TikTok, the whole 9 yards. And we've been selling and auctioning off Pokemon cards from vintage to modern day. Now, this new project obviously has taken me away from the YouTube channel because I have had to travel a significant amount. And so as I go on this new venture, I am doing everything I can to find a good balance and make sure that we continue to put out content. But I promise you, no matter what, Comic Breakdown will always exist. We will continue to put out videos until I can no longer use my voice. So just know that if you don't see a whole lot of videos, we're still here, we're still going to be covering comics, we're going to be still bringing you the weekly love that we always want to bring you guys. But if you would like to check this project out, you can check out the link in my description. It's got the Whatnot app link that will take you to our stream. We have a new stream going up Thursday where we're putting everything up for $1. Now, make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into issue number 2, what we have is Barbara Gordon has been slain, with the Vampire Queen dethroned. We're at the Hudson River. We have Lana Lane along with some of her security forces waiting for a meeting, with Barbara Gordon being assassinated. The power dynamic has shifted in the vampire hierarchy. This is when we have the arrival of the vampiric Aquaman. Before this conversation can even begin to get underway, Lois Lane's gotta know, does he speak for the Vampire Nation? Does he speak for all vampires? Because they've heard about the power struggles. They're hearing reports of unease, of violence, even starving vampires. Though he would go on to say that his synthetic blood, the vampires' synthetic blood that they've been creating, or they claim to have been creating, is flowing just fine. This meeting is really to find out if the truce that they have with vampires is still holding. Now, Aquaman will vow that this truce holds, but there is one condition. They have to kill Damian Wayne. He assassinated the Queen. He has been a thorn in the side to the vampire rankings. They want his head. They want humans to do this. He was trained, sheltered, and protected by humans. And so they see it as a human problem that has to deliver. That if they don't do so, he cannot prevent what might happen to humankind. This is what takes us over to Dakota City. We pick up with Green Arrow, Swamp Thing, Wildcat, and the others. And right now, they're running recon on this vampiric city. Everyone inside this place is a vampire. There are no good guys. Though Zealot does say that stealth is going to be their friend here. They don't want to raise any alarms if they don't need to. As they make their way inside the city, they're here for a very specific reason. This is sabotage. They have come loaded up to the gills with TNT. They're here to target the food source of the vampires. They're targeting the synthetic blood. But as Swamp Thing begins to feel this place, he lets the team know that they can't do this. That this building, it is full of life. And so with the team able to break in, they look around, and what they find is a lush garden. None of them have any idea what this is. They have no idea why vampires would be growing so much food that they can't eat. For them, this raises so many questions. Taking us somewhere secret, we pick up with John Constantine. While he sleeps, the Spectre has been whispering to him asking if he remembers them. Can you remember me? To let us out. But being woken, he runs into Jason Blood. Jason Blood finding himself where he should definitely not be. Now, John's trying to figure out why he's here, why you're in my room, why you've come here, what's going on. But Jason Blood has come here with a warning, one from a former friend, that some things should stay forgotten. This makes John absolutely go irate, wondering what did he do to him, wondering did Jason Blood muck around in his head yet again, claiming that Jason did what he had to do, and Jason could stay here and fight. But his other side lets him know that the stubborn nature of John Constantine is one that he knows. Unless our end game here is to kill Constantine, we gotta get out of here. And so with Jason Blood taking off, he leaves John Constantine behind. Mary Marvel bursting into the room, but only too late. As we pick up in Pennsylvania, we pick up with this stranger that is a vampire carrying around a baby. He was found unconscious, and so a doctor had brought him in, went to go patch him up, but when he found out that this guy was dead, he went to open him up. This is when he finds out that he's a vampire. Clicking a button, in a matter of moments, security has already rushed in. They try to take him down, but they miss his heart. This gives him the opportunity to run. He grabs that baby, he throws on his mask, and he jumps out the window. But this is the best part of the story. This is what picks us up with a League of Shadows safe house. We have Talia al Ghul and Alfred Pennyworth. He's come back with the news, with the proposal from Aquaman. Alfred is trying to reason with her, to let her know that we might have to take Damian off the board. He assassinated their queen. He is one of the greatest threats currently facing the Vampire Nation. And so if we don't do this, we might be at war, all of humankind. This is when they are interrupted. The head of one of her guards rolls into the room. Standing before them is the vampiric Wonder Woman. Pennyworth absolutely terrified, but Talia al Ghul stands toe-to-toe with the Amazon. Now, Talia might be one of the best, or even the last best, hand-to-hand combat fighters in the world. But in comparison to Wonder Woman's speed, her agility, her combat hand-to-hand capabilities, Talia al Ghul never stood a chance. Using the lasso of truth to string her up, Wonder Woman came here with a message. The message is going to be the dead body of Talia al Ghul. She means to squeeze the life out of her using the lasso. And while Alfred Pennyworth does everything he can, grabbing chairs and everything else in between, this just irritates her. And as it looks like Talia's life has been squeezed out, she turns her attention to Alfred. And while he tries to run away, he tries with everything he can to escape. He can't get away from her. Finding himself in a weapons cache, he tries to grab hold of anything that might be able to save his life, anything that might be able to help him defend himself. And that's when he finds it. The ring that has been sitting here. It has been waiting. It has been calling to Alfred Pennyworth this whole time. He puts that ring on, and Alfred Pennyworth becomes the world's next Green Lantern. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I've said it time and time again, DC Comics Elseworld stories are hands down some of the best stories DC Comics has ever told. And DC vs. Vampires definitely illuminates this. Now we're finding ourselves in the aftermath of Barbara Gordon being assassinated. These guys remind me of like the Sith back in the day. You remember when we had like the Brotherhood of Sith? If you guys read the books, you know what I'm talking about. Used to be a whole council of Sith, and it was just scheming and manipulating, backstabbing, assassinations, killing one another. That's exactly what we're seeing in this situation. A bunch of evildoers having a whole council, but each of them reaching for greed and power. Obviously, Wonder Woman wants to be at the top. Aquaman wants to be at the top. Damian Wayne, he wants to burn down the whole structure. And obviously, humans just want to live in peace. Unfortunately, that doesn't look like it's gonna happen. Once they find out that they've been growing this food so that they can farm humans, this is gonna get back to humankind, and this will inevitably lead them to war. But it looks like they have a very mighty, powerful weapon now at their disposal, one worthy enough to wear the ring. Alfred Pennyworth just may turn the tides of this battle. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your theories. If you want to get caught up on everything that has been going on with DC versus vampires, go ahead, check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It's going to get you completely caught up on everything that is going on with this series. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon, having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to comics every single month. Not only are you helping out the channel tremendously, you are getting tons of perks in the process. Now, if you're unable to do this, please do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.